What up, loved ones? What it do? It's Spotty Young right here. You know where I'm from. Right now, on this little episode, I'm going to be talking about how I feel about racism and hate crime and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And at the same time, answer some of the questions from the comment section. Good looking out for my supporters, all the real ones out there, man. You guys gave me a lot to work with. Check it out. This. Then I got more right here. There's a lot of questions, so I'm answering a few of them right now. You know what I mean? But yeah, so this video about that racism thing, because apparently in New York, or sorry, Brooklyn to be exact, in the East Coast, there's an 89-year-old grandma, Asian grandma, that was just minding her own business, walking down the streets, man. And then there's two fucking evil punks, decided to pour gasoline on her, slap her around, and just lit her on fire, man. Can you imagine that? Like, who would fucking do such a thing? That's fucking nasty, dog. Anyways, it happened. It happened in Brooklyn. I know all about it because I seen it on China Mac, the Asian rapper in fucking New York, man. Standing up for the Asian community, for hate crime, period, man, for everybody. You don't have to do that, but he did it. And you know what? Good looking out, bro. China Mac, much respect that you did that. You didn't have to do that, but it's the right thing to do, big dog, because that 89-year-old grandma is not gonna freaking fight for herself. I mean, how can she do it? She's an 89-year-old grandma, and she already did. According to what I saw, this grandma, the victim, she went to the freaking 62nd precinct in Brooklyn, New York. To complain about what happened to her and shit. To report the crime that happened to her. And guess what the bitch made police said, man? They just simply told her to, like, man, just go home and call 911 or something. We can't help you. What the fuck do you mean you can't help her, man? Fuck. Yeah. Bear with me here, man. So everything I'm saying is true. It's in the news. Check it out. It happened a couple of weeks ago, but the homie China Mac, he just did a little protest rally just like a couple days ago also. So this is what I'm doing for, dog. This because I want to fight for those who can't fight for themselves. I want to speak also for those who cannot speak for themselves, and this is just about keeping the G. I don't give a fuck about no fucking death threats from bitch made fucking racist fucking evil people. I don't care about that. What uses this freaking guns for, man? And all of this, what uses that if I'm not gonna defend those that needed to be defended? You know what I mean? I don't know how you guys can relate. See, the thing is, let me just try to break it down for you guys so you would have an idea why I feel how I feel, why I think how I think, and why my philosophy in life is this. Because it's weird. Because you know what I mean. It's like growing up Asian, growing up Filipino here in the Philippines. My parents told me to just, well, my mom, not my dad. They're completely, totally different person. But my mom would pretty much tell me, like, always be quiet, turn the other cheek around, don't fight back, call 911, snitch to the police. That's what they do. And of course, as a little kid, is embedded in my brain that I used to have this mindset as a little kid, thinking that everything was just black and white. The government, the authority, they're the righteous people. They're there to protect and serve the community. That's what I was taught. And people that are in prison or people that are in jail, they're bad people. They're criminals. I mean, yeah, if you look at it very simple like that. But That's not how it works. And the reason why I know this because I'm speaking from experience, not fucking what I watch in BET or MTV or whatever fucking TV, social media. This is not what I watched. This is not what I saw in Google, man. This is not what I saw on the internet. This is what I lived in fucking real life, big dog. You know what I mean? Or whoever is watching. I'm speaking from experience, man. I got myself caught up in the system for a long time, more than a decade, 13 years to be exact. And I witnessed firsthand the crookedness and corruptness of the police, of the so-called authority that's there to protect and serve. I've seen it. I witnessed it. It's in real life so many fucking times, several times. You know, this is the reason why I feel how I feel. To those who don't, to those who can relate, man. Period. Not everybody can relate because not everybody's been through what I've been through. I'm not a normal person, but to give you guys an example, why I am who I am, just a little bit of an idea. So here it is. I'm trying to explicate to the best of my ability. So yeah. So anyways, the 89-year-old grandma, like I said earlier, she went to the police, but the police told her, no, go back home and call 911. Well, first of all, if that police, whatever his race was the same race of that 89-year-old grandma, do you honestly think she would tell her to fucking go home and report and call 911 when she was already at the fucking 62nd precinct in Brooklyn, fucking whatever, East Coast and shit? I don't think so, dog. You know, and they said in the news, they said that at first they were trying to fight as if the crime that was being reported was not a hate crime. Was not a hate crime. But it was obviously a fucking hate crime. Who walks around the streets? Two motherfucking evil punk bitch made motherfuckers. Who walks around the streets carrying a kerosene fucking gas with the intention, premeditated, to burn somebody, let alone an Asian, a fucking old 89-year-old grandma Asian victim, lit her on fire and fucking slapped her around and shit. Is that really what's going on in the United States right now? Because I asked, I don't know, I guess maybe that's in fucking New York, dog, but I asked the homies over there in California, hey, what's up with that, all the shit I've been seeing on the TV and YouTube and the internet? Is it really true? Is it they're really fucking doing a lot of Asian hate crime out there that are because of the pandemic or whatever is going on, or there's a lot of hate going on? The homies that I talked to, all they said was, man, I wish. Gives them a reason to fucking hurt somebody in the right way. You know. Guess what I would do if I would have seen that happening before my eyes? Can you imagine? And if you're just a regular civilian, what would you do if you see that happening? You know what? Forget about the grandma thing. If just you see a crime happening, man. For example, like a lady or a teenager, a schoolgirl getting raped by some fucking bitch-made fucking rapist motherfuckers. What would you do? Would you be a bitch also and turn around because your parents told you to fucking mind your own business, don't help people, don't get in trouble, don't just live in fear? Or would you call a fucking 911 or something, report that you see a crime happening? What would you do? I'm just kind of curious, man. I know what I would do. I have to do the right thing because I live by principles. I live by a fucking moral code. Is it too hard to understand, to comprehend that? I'm gonna hurt people because they deserve to be hurt. Not because I just feel like it, because I'm a bully, I want to take their money because it's easy. You know what I mean? And yeah, I feel you, big dog. Fucking China Mac, dog. I feel you, homie. He went on the YouTube thing calling out all the Asian community. He said if you guys don't fucking, if you guys don't show up to this rally, to this protest thing, man, I'm done with you guys. He said he don't want to be fighting for motherfuckers that don't want to fight for themselves. He's risking his life. He's risking his freedom. He said. Um, if you ask me, dog, China Mac, if you ask me, homie, even if I'm by myself, homie, but I know deep inside my heart, I know it's the righteous thing to do to fight for that shit. I'll still do it, even if the other motherfuckers, I won't give up. But I feel you though. I know how you mean. You got all worked up about it, and you're over there in that area that happened in your hood, in the East Coast, in your territory, dog. But before I forget, I want to shout out to all the other Asian rappers out there, man. Where you guys at? Why aren't you bagging up China Mac, dog? The homie say this ain't about the fucking just the Asian. What difference does it make if it was a black 89-year-old grandma, or a white 89-year-old grandma, or a Mexican or Latino Hispanic 89-year-old grandma being lit on fire and slapped around by some two fucking evil punks? What difference does it make? We're all human beings. You know what I'm talking about? So you're not gonna help out. You're just gonna fucking fuck it. That's not my family. That's not my grandma. That's how you feel. That's how you think. You know what I mean? So yeah, you'll hear me say Pinoy pride, Filipino pride, stuff like that. Cause of course, man, I was born a Filipino. I'm proud to be Pinoy, man. You know what I mean? That goes without saying, homie. But it doesn't mean I'm saying that Pinoy or Filipino are superior to everybody else. Nobody fucking said that shit. I believe that all men are equal in God's eyes, dog. Period. And if you feel different otherwise, you feel like your race or whatever your nationality is more superior than my race, then that's on you. We can meet up, we can talk about it. You can tell me how's that possible. Just DM me. Let's meet up. Let's talk about that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Don't get it twisted. Don't get the wrong misconception, man. So this is just like a little bit of an idea why I'm like this, why I feel the way I feel, why I think the way I think. You know what I mean? I believe, man, that if you're fighting for the righteous reason, then by all means, man, go all the way till death. If you're fighting for the right reason in your heart, if you think your heart is pure, or you think that you're doing the right thing, But I also believe that if I'm in the wrong, and I know that in my heart I'm in the wrong, I'm gonna humble myself and apologize and admit my mistake, and not fight for it, not be a bully, not be a piece of shit. So there's just a little bit of stuff to give people an idea why I say what I say, why I act like this or whatever and shit, because people think I'm weird, man. So to answer one of the questions, like I said earlier, there's a lot of questions. Good looking out, homies. Good looking out, fellas, for giving me a lot of questions to work with. But right now, I'm just gonna answer one question because I want to prolong this to get more and more and more and more videos for a long time. You know what I mean? Somebody asked me, like, when I got out, did I go to the motherfucking Air Force One or Pegasus and shit? To those who don't know, here in the Philippines, Air Force Ones and Pegasus, those are one of the most popular or famous strip clubs, man, or a place where you can buy girls, pretty much, and do your talk this or whatever and shit. But been there, done that, homie. I don't want to brag about it. my girl, she gonna be tripping like, what you mean, nigga? You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I've been through all that. So just to let you guys know. But trip out on this, man, because people think I'm weird, big dog. When I first got out, so I started doing the gym thing and the Muay Thai thing with some of the homies, man. They're good, man. They're Muay Thai fighters. They're carrying belts, man. They're champion, homie. And they invited me to go to this cool club or whatever and shit. And immediately I said, yeah, man, because fuck, man, I just got out. I'm bored. You know, I want to go kick it with the homies or fucking trying to see the scenery, what's up, what's going on in the world, in the Philippines, whatever and shit. So I went there and shit, dog. I did my thug tizzle. I went there and you know, it was cool. I bought a little freaking drink. I forgot what it was called, but it cost me like fucking 5,000 pesos or 6,000 pesos or something like that for one fucking little drink. That's how it is on the club. And then it was just like it was cool, man. You know, the girls were twerking, dancing. They got the little show in there, whatever and shit. And I'm just enjoying, having fun. And I'm trying to get me like a little young tenderoni or something, whatever, man. Whatever's clever, you know, because you know how it is. So, oh my girl over here looking at me. Anyway, so I saw this girl, man. I saw this girl, and she looked like she wasn't with nobody. Seems like she was just by herself and her friends. There was no dude. There was no man. Cause it wasn't my intention to bully anybody, get in the fight. Fucking, I'm not even thinking about none of that, man. You know, karma. I believe in karma, man. What goes around comes around. I'm gonna just do the right thing and fucking trying to stay away, you know. But so I seen her. I seen her. It looks like she wasn't with nobody and shit. I caught her. She's dancing around. So I came up to her, hit or miss, dog. So she was feeling me. You know, she said, don't look at me right now. I'm trying to focus right here for this little vlogging thing. Came up to her. She immediately she gave me her hook up her number. She was feeling me too, because that's probably the way how I approached her or whatever. I don't know. Maybe she was thirsty too. I don't fucking know. And I was happy. So I came back to my little spot. I left her over there where she was at, and I'm just telling my homies, look, man, I got her number with the woo woo woo. I got one. I got one. And my homies is giving me props because she looked good, bro. You know how it is. It's a superficial world on me. So, and it didn't stop there, man. She actually came all the way from her place in the club where they were kicking it at. She went to go where I was at with the homies. I was surprised. I'm like, whoa, what are you doing here? And she's like, hey, man, I want to check what I put in your thing on your. If it was the right number, I just want to double check. So she went to go double check on my phone. It was the right number, and she ended up going to my notes and she put the whole thing. She put her Facebook, she put her email address. She made sure that fucking I had her contact, homie. So everything was good. I came home, whatever and shit, and then I decided to get at her where she at. I'm trying to get me some period, dog. There's no sugarcoating that. And before I did that, I checked her on the Facebook, and what I saw was she was a married girl, like literally married, not just like whatever married. Like they went to go on the altar, and she had the rings. They were married, and I got a thing about married girls, man. I even told my pops, pa. I told her, look at the girl that I met at the club. She's fucking married, man. You know what my pop said? That's the best thing. You can't get caught. You just do your thug tizzle and just shake the spot. I told him like, oh no, man. I got this little weird thing. I guess I don't know. You call me weird, whatever and shit. But if a girl is married, dog, it don't matter if she fucking super fucking fly. I'm not gonna do it. I'll just go to somebody else that's not married, or just probably just have a boyfriend, as long as you're not married and shit. Cause I respect marriage. I don't know. That's just my thing. Makes me feel good about myself and shit, dog. So yeah, I didn't go through with it. Long story short, it's all good. Cause there's a lot more, and not a bad person. So you know, eventually somebody's gonna believe me that I'm just like, you know, I just want to do my talk this and shit. You know how it is. But yeah, that's just to answer that question, dog. And also to let you guys know, I got this, and it didn't just happen over there. I've had a lot of opportunities also where I could have had sex with a married woman, but I didn't. Like I said, it's weird. It's just my own little thing, but that's just me though. Just because that's how I feel about it. So hey, I'm gonna do my best to continue that. Hopefully until I die, man. And I don't want to break that because that makes me feel better about myself. So that's just to answer that one question. Air Force One, Pegasus, you name it, whatever, everything. Been there, done that, dog. But I don't. It's a long story. I don't want to brag about it. But anyways, good looking out, man. China Mac, thank you for that little protest, for the rally, fighting for the fucking people that can't fight for themselves, homie. That's some real shit. Good looking out. Want to call out all the other fucking rappers, the Asian rappers specifically, because that was an Asian grandma and that was China Mac. You know, back that nigga up, man. If that's your friend, that's your homie, dog. Do something about it, homie. Don't just be quiet about it and just focus on your little selfish fucking goals and shit. Come on, homie. We're all fucking people. We're all human beings, dog. And thank you guys to all the supporters, everybody that went on that little rally, the China Max rally. I appreciate that. Thank you guys, because you're not just fighting for the Asian people. That's not about just the Asian people. It's about everybody, man. Every fucking body, man. So I want to appreciate that. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. And stay tuned, man. I got some more other stuff coming, man. So anyways, I'm gonna cut this short right now. So say what you mean and mean what you say, because real recognize real homeboy. You're looking out, man.